Hey guys, and welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. As always, I am Demon Fire 93, and last time, as you can clearly tell, we uncovered the second murder. Chihiro has been killed. So, it's time to begin our investigation. I wanted to begin it last time with the dumbbell, but everyone was like, no, look at the bloodlust, that's more important. So we're gonna start with the dumbbell this time. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell is actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Certainly wasn't my fucking fist. Locker room dumbbell has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Right. There's also the poster of the girl. The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. But it doesn't look out of place or anything. You know, the fact that there's... Okay, fine. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. Bloodlust. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. And lust. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. Good talk. So the next thing to do is either to look at the body in more detail or talk to everybody. I want to talk to everybody first. Mondo? Dude had a real complex. What? Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking about it, right? I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did. Which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Mondo's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Sakura? I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. Fair point. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still, the evidence all points to this being the murder room. I mean, look at the blood on the floor, the blood on the poster, the blood on the dumbbell. Well, I still think she came here on her own by choice. And you know who the murderer is, right? I have no idea. I want to think it's Byakuya, but the fact that she's in the girls' locker room, how would Byakuya have posed her in the girls' locker room? What makes you say that? She's been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late? Perhaps. Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up, so I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night? However, perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. So whoever came in here with her to exercise at 2 in the morning is clearly the murderer. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else. That's a possibility, I think. Sakura's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. No? Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but...
Let's go.
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. I'm not. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. Fuck, I'm not done. God damn it. Oh, Master Byakuya, what's the next course of action? So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? I'm going back in the girls' room. You've already spent plenty of time checking the crime scene. I didn't talk to Kyoko, you, or check on fucking Chihiro's body. There are plenty of other things left to check here. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with that? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, this Gatling gun, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun, would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school's regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means the killer must have only been a girl. Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words...
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get that right?
Such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing somebody else's is perfectly fine. What? Oh, I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Tagami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things.
Yeah!
You're treating me like I'm a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Good. Wait, hold on, you're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have had to loan it, so unless they're already dead, we could take the handbook off of a dead person.
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. We're done for the day. Figure out the rest your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. I'm not done here, though. That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Can I investigate on my own without Byakuya's stupid bitch ass? Like, hey, holding my hand the whole way? We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? I mean, there's only the mailbox. There's the mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook, actually. It's 3 e-handbooks. No, wait, there's 3 of them. But what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. I used it when I posed Chihiro's body in the girls' locker room, so I'm clearly the murderer. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of the dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it for yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Sayaka Maizono. You're right. This is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You're giving me all the clues to put you away. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing somebody else is perfectly fine. I see, yeah, now I understand. main Holly handbooks has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
What?
Hold on a second. What's
Very
wrong?
strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up, so that would be Leon's handbook. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. Yes, but why would his be broke? How would his be broken? Monokuma said that they're like indestructible. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs, I guess that could break it. Maybe. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. With this lightning in the background that's making it sound so much more ominous. I love it. It's like perfect ambiance. I hope it's coming through on the recording end. You guys get to hear the thunder. You're right. It won't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of wouldn't be surprising for that. Yeah.
Damn it!
Hey!
Now I'm...
What? Any handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with. It wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does.
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what the weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think this handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. We'll come up with it soon. It will clearly have something to do with the case, you think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? What do you mean by not quite, Byakuya? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then, you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. Genocide Jack! That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again, using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer that has glasses, a black suit, and is the heir apparent to the Tagami family? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. You can show me? What do you mean by that? Right? Yeah,
Don't make me repeat.
And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Basis? Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really? Hey you two. Big trouble, need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy, leave us alone.
It's
an emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me. Hina?
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean...
But it's an emergency! An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I admit. Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. That's strange, because before you didn't give a shit about her. You wanted her to leave you the fuck alone. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Who do I talk to? Byakuya?
Such
You're
ignorance.
talking to the wrong person, you waste of space. Well, fuck you then. I'm done. Assholes. Hina? You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened to the girls' locker room, they left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, they came back to check on her, you know? See how she was doing? But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. What's up, Toko? Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
I got Byakuya with me.
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Interesting. What do you mean by that? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time, but I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer. I'll drive out the murder's fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? You gonna take this one? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Byakuya? Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone! You're all so annoying! Byakuya!
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut, leading me to wonder which one of these two is Genocide Jack. Either he is Genocide Jack and he confided in her, or she is Genocide Jack with a split personality. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey Byakuya, what was Toko talking about right now? Try saying that 5 times fast. Toko talking about, Toko talking about, Toko talking... Yeah, that's... Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah, okay. I'll stand here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked. But he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. And then Byakuya slit my throat and killed me too. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Is it behind door number 1? If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Nobody ever fucking told me that! Hurry up and go inside. Oh, now I can go! Oh, here?
Let's
now?
go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Asshole. Whoa, there's so many books and files, and so much dust,
So
too.
in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes? There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
what?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over here, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Nice coin. Haha, bitch. Books. This is a shelf. It's stuffed with type of files. Without really thinking of it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. Is it on this shelf? There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truths are for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. My name appears in that book several times. Because I'm an affluent progeny. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. I'm guessing behind you is the book I'm needing. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you expect to leak. Oh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it as a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but, I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hose Peak truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple, those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Reviewed them multiple times? Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So what? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows, and my family is amongst them. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. And so I read all about Genocide Jack. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. I laughed at them as they couldn't figure out how I killed all those people. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my most recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack case has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodless is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodless is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same way what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime, except for you. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, Jesus Christ, Byakuya! Her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That's right. That's right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself amongst the rest of us. The Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking amongst us.
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Jesus Christ, Byakuya! You literally took up my entire episode, dude. That's all the time we got for today, guys. As always, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.